Hi everyone, it's Julie at the Paper Bag Lady One. I have a project to show you today. I have some teacher gifts from my daughter's teachers. Her last day of school is on Friday, and I've spent the last couple days working on these. Longer than it usually takes me to make an album, and I tell you what, I don't know what was up with that. But anyway, so she has two main teachers. One is for English and Social Studies, and the other is for Math and Science. So I have made an album for each of them, and they are pretty much the same, other than one page on the inside. So here they are. So I will just move one out of the way and show you this one. This is what I call my book album, or my book. I first made one like this, maybe 5 years ago for a friend of mine who loved books more than just about anything in the world. And she read and read and read, and I wanted to make her something where she could record all of her favorite books. So I made a couple of them back then and sold them, and I haven't done one for a number of years, and I thought, well, it's 5th grade teachers. I thought this might be good. I mean, they obviously have kid things and kid books, but they like to read adult things as well. And rather than do some type of an album where they could put pictures, like the one I don't think has any children and the other one has 3 children, so it was hard to know what to do for the one with no children. So instead we decided to go this route. So I have made some changes since the first ones that I did. And actually, after I was finished with these, I thought, I think I would like to make some more for craft shows. However, I think I'm going to do them more in a junk journal format. When I first made them, I didn't have a concept of what a junk journal was. But now I do, and after putting this together, I thought, you know what, I think junk journal is going to work a lot better. But these were already started, so we just went ahead and finished. So, here we go. So this is made, it's a paper bag album, and it's made with all pages from books. They're the book pages, and then they're backed with cardstock, with craft cardstock. This book happens to be Treasure Island. And then on the cover here, you can see there's a quote. I have a lot of book quotes throughout here, and then I just stamped on there Mrs. Solomon's Book of Books. The first ones I made, I think I called For the Love of Books, which I liked also, but I kind of wanted to put their names on there. So anyway, so I have some of my doilies. These are actually a new doily, which will be going into my shop fairly soon. These right here, and then some metal from Butterbee Scraps on Zibbet. And then the back, I have a quote also, and then more of the corners. So let's go inside. And inside here on the first page, we have another quote, and then just a what makes a good book. So they can write here if they want about what to them makes a book enjoyable and good. And then I have throughout all kinds of little definitions and bits from my massive collection of children's dictionaries. Although I have to really search for these now because I've done this type of thing so much that I'm starting to run out of things about books and reading and whatnot. But anyway, so that's that page. Here we have on this page another quote, a little book thing, and then a library pocket which is glued in, and here they can list their top 10 books. And then there's a library card pulls out, and it's numbered. The numbers are from a stamp set, River City, River something. It's actually a stamp set that is, it's got like the different suits, and then king, queen, jack, ace, and then the numbers, like from a deck of cards. And so actually that's what I used to number there. And then this stamp set is it's 3 letters, and it has an M in it. And an E in it. That's so awful. I'll think about it. Maybe by the end I'll remember what it is. But anyway, so that's that page. Go on to the next page, and this is their favorites, and they can list all their favorite fiction books. And here we have a quote about fiction. Fiction reveals truths that reality obscures, with another little blurb from a dictionary, this one about reading. And the background on this page is A Prayer for Owen Meany, which is a book of fiction, and one of my very favorite books of all time. Over here we move on to my favorites, nonfiction, and this one is a book about the history of England, and this is the one for the social studies teacher. The one for the math and science teacher has background papers on the nonfiction ones from The Origin of Species by Charles Darwin. And then again, there's just more Butterbee Scraps metal there, and some of my doilies. Here we go. Here we have the best of the best, the classics. So this is for them to list their favorites. And then this is just a little card from the game Authors. This one's Charles Dickens, and I think the other one might, in the other book, might be a Peter Pan who wrote that. J.M. Barrie. Anyway, and over here we have my top 10 authors. And again, little quotes everywhere. Books are immortal sons deifying their sires. And a little definition of author up there. Here we go. My top 10 children's books. And this is the page that differs between the two. So this one flips open, and there's a little library thing there, and here's a quote. I love this quote. "I would be most content if my children grow up to be the kind of people who think decorating consists mostly of building enough bookshelves." And then there is, of course, a bookcase. And this is for the teacher who has 3 children. I did not want to put that quote in for the other teacher simply because I don't know if she doesn't have children by choice, or if she couldn't have children, or what. So I kind of wanted to just stay away from that. So on this book, we still use children's book pages, and we have my top 10 children's books, but we just have a different quote in there, and it doesn't flip open. So that's really basically the only difference. And then over here we have books I loved as a child. And this has background paper from Beatrix Potter, and the other one has background paper from Curious George. And to me, I mean, some people might look at that and say, okay, my favorite children's books and my books I loved as a child, what's the difference? Well, I love some children's books now that I was unaware of when I was a kid. So they would go on this list. And this I would use more for when I was a kid, what did I really love to read? So anyway, all right, here we have a page for the worst books I've ever read. Again, the library card, you can use on that. And then on our last page, we finally have the 3 books I could not live without, and they can write them on there, and if they want to make notes about why they like the book so much, they can. And then here's this quote: "Books can be dangerous. The best ones should be labeled, 'This could change your life.'" So, oh, and in the original ones that I made, back when I did them years ago, I actually had a page, instead of a page for the favorite books from when I was a child, I had a page that I actually used pages from, like, those steamy romance novels, and that page was called "Books I Don't Want My Mother to Know That I Read," which I thought was funny. But again, I wasn't really sure I should put that in the teacher's books. So anyway, so these are my latest projects. I'd love to know what you think about them. Even though they took a long time, I did enjoy making them. And like I said, I plan on doing some in a junk journal form. So we'll see how that works out, and I'll let you know about that. Also, in the next couple of days, I will be listing some new doilies. I think I have about 10 different ones and a whole boatload of trims as well. So keep your eyes peeled for that. So thanks everyone for watching. I hope you're having a great evening, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye.